Hey, PJ, can you hear me?
Here we go.
There you go. There you go. Hey, what's up? What's going on?
I don't know. I just used that on my phone the other day and it was fine.
Right, yeah. Wow. PJ Farley, Trixter, among other bands. And I mean, this interview could be 2 hours, but I mean,
Skip
yeah,
the intros. Skip the intros. Save us all some time.
cool, cool, cool. Let's go then right away to your first release, Melodic Rock Records. Tell me a little bit about that. That came out in 2016.
Mhm. Yeah, that was a collection of songs that I'd been sitting on for quite some time, some of them 10, 15 years.
Right,
And, ironically, spontaneously released it. I just felt it was the time to put the songs out. Um, and Melodic Rock was interested in doing so. I mean, I don't know what took me so long. I just figured I was always writing songs and just kind of putting them away.
right,
And I just didn't feel like chasing a record deal.
right.
So
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm doing it for myself anyway. So I'll put them out eventually. And then we've got to this point to where you could just put them out in the cloud and
right.
then
Yeah,
hear them. So, and then Melodic Rock wanted to put them out. And I'm like, all right, well, if that eliminates me from being a, a post office jockey,
right.
do it.
Yeah.
So, and then that kind of sparked me up a little bit, because it got a great reaction and it was fun to get out and play the songs. And although I didn't really plan on doing another one, it just
Right.
kind of happened.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. And that next release came out in 2020, Accent the Change. Um, that came out on High Vol. What can you say about Bill and his wife?
Yeah, other than just tragic.
Right.
We lost them to COVID um, a year ago,
Right.
maybe a little bit longer now. And yeah, it was, talk about losing two, very important people in the independent record business and family. I
Right.
mean, true believers from the start and really just kind of an engine for people like myself
Right.
and a plethora of other bands. I mean, they helped a lot of people get their music out there.
And he was a nice guy.
Yeah,
And amazing. He's always helpful, even to our site RockEyez. Anything we ever needed, he was there.
right.
So that was cool. Plus, I got to see you live on your solo tour at Debonair, and that was pretty cool.
Right in the thick of COVID.
Right? Yeah. That,
Sitting down 6 feet apart and,
yeah. Let's go on to say Rob. Uh, are you working on new material? Is that over with? What's going on? I thought I heard there was new material coming.
um, there's always new music coming. I mean, we don't get to tour as much as we'd like to. Ironically, we do have about a week of shows coming up the third week of August. So I'll be
Right.
doing that. And, after that, I mean, Sahaj he's a studio rat.
Right.
So there'll always be new raw music.
I mean, I could keep on naming bands like Eric Martin, U.S. Pop Brigade, Tokyo Motor Fist. Keep on going, right? Keep
Yeah.
on going.
Just keep
But I want to
knocking.
know a little bit about more of the solo stuff. Are you working on new material?
Um, I have been in drips and drabs as I usually do. Um, as you might assume, I've been really busy.
Yes.
So it's it's kind of shut down my writing window for a little bit, but you know, I'll get I know I'll get back to it. I do have some stuff sitting around that I'm going to get back to circle back to, and it's one of those things to where, and I say this, I've been saying it for years, putting records out is a labor of love
Right.
at any level. It doesn't matter who you are. I mean, unless you're in the 0.1% actually making money from record sales.
Right.
Um, it's a labor of love, and you need time, you need money, you need more time, and you need more money
Right.
to put them out. So I just kind of do it when I can, and
Right.
I have no real plan to put another record out, but I didn't have a plan to put Accent to Change out either. It just
Right.
kind of happened. And once I get a block of time where I can start finishing ideas, that's usually when it happens. Like, oh, now I'm 6 or 7 songs deep. All right, guess another record's coming out.
Cool.
So it's kind of play it by ear. But yeah, I have some stuff.
Right. With all this tour and how much you miss the girls?
Yeah, I mean, it's touring nowadays. Touring for the last 2 years since I joined Fozzy is a little bit different than how I have been touring for the last 15 years, which is just kind of like weekends or
Right.
extended weekends. You know, for the last 2 years, it's I'm getting back on the bus and I'm away for a couple weeks at a time. So that's a little bit different. But I do manage to sneak home in between. You know, I try to keep it to where it's never longer than 2 weeks before I get home for a couple days.
Right.
And Fozzy's really good about that too. Even if we go out for 6 weeks, we get a week break in between. Plus, we'll be routed through Jersey or New York or somewhere close where they can come
Right.
visit. So the good thing is I've been home pretty much all summer, although I've been busy every weekend, you know, doing countless fill-in stuff and, you know, just stuff to keep me busy, keep me playing. I have been home,
Right.
which is unusual for me because usually summer is a very busy time for me and I'm away a lot.
Right.
But I was so busy between the first half of the year and I'm going to be busy the last half that this summer kind of, you know, I just wanted to kind of chill out a little bit.
Well, Fozzy, Chris Jericho, Save the World Tour, Judas, the album went gold. How happy can you be? Yeah, I see it. I see it back there.
Yeah, I mean, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And another, you know, gold record by association, I'll take it.
Right.
Funny thing is that we were presented with the gold records in New York on, I think, April 16th.
Right.
And Trixter got our gold record at the Meadowlands, on stage at the Meadowlands, well, backstage at the Meadowlands on April 18th, 1991. So that was 2 days short of 31 years separating the gold record presentation. So I'm going to try to shorten that gap, try to get one like within the next 5 years.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not wait 30 years till the next one.
Does it feel a little bit weird? You know, you were always attached to Trixter. Now you're attached to Fozzy and multiple other places between Eric Martin and everywhere else. Do you ever meet a fan that really don't know about the Trixter days, know more about what's happening now?
Yeah, it is a weird dynamic that I got going on. You know, I got people who know me from Trixter only.
Right.
I got people who know me from Ra only. I got people who know me from Fozzy only. And then, you know, you got people who know a little bit of each one band or just one of the other ones. So it's, yeah, I definitely got a couple different categories going on. It's an unusual perspective.
Cool. Yep. Tell me what it was, you know, like meeting Vinnie Vincent, Ace Frehley, and all them guys when you did that little tribute and that happened a little while ago.
The Creatures Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool for any Kiss fan. I mean, and my 80s Kiss tribute band that I have with Chris got to play it, which was great because it was based on, I mean, it was everything Kiss, but it was being that Vinny was there, Bruce was there, Bruce's band was playing. It was heavily leaning on the 80s Bruce era Kiss. And so it was cool for us. And it was cool meeting Vinny. I mean, Vinny is, he was really nice and definitely eclectic, if you will. Very loud. And, but, you know, I mean, I don't think anyone expected any less from him.
Right.
And I had met Ace a bunch of times prior to that. And of course, Bruce, I know very well. But seeing them all together was pretty interesting. And that whole jam was, you know, kind of weebly.
Yeah.
But it was fun to watch it go down.
Do you think is Fozzy working on new material? I know it just came out not too long ago. Has he got new stuff ready to go?
There's always ideas floating around, but yeah, we're not there yet. I mean, our, I was going to say second single, but I Still Burn is the third single off the record.
Right.
And I think it's number 9 this week on the charts. It's going up. So it's like, and there's a couple singles behind it too. So we got some time. I think the record's got some legs still.
Right. It's I guess, being in Jersey and you get to hear like radio stations like DHA and stuff like that, and get to hear Fozzy, when you're driving. What goes through your mind when like you're driving, you hear a Fozzy song on the radio in the car?
Well, I listen to, I have Sirius, so
Right.
I'm constantly going back between Hair Nation and Octane and
Right.
Boneyard stuff. So it's pretty funny when I switch from Hair Nation, where Trixter was just on, switch back over to, Octane, where Ra's on or Fozzy is on. And, that never gets old, just, hearing a band that you're part of
Right.
on the radio, at any given point, let alone sometimes back to back, or
Right.
if it's somebody that I played with, whether it's, Eric Martin or, somebody it's always somebody that I'm associated with in some way, shape or form.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. It makes me feel like I've laid some traction down,
Yeah.
I mean, even by association, but nonetheless, it's a cool feeling.
The Fozzy's tour is not over yet, right?
No,
Because I was looking at dates in October and whatever.
yeah, we got a month in the States starting September 8th. And then from there we go to the UK, and then we go to Australia and New Zealand. And then I'm sure we'll be back out in April next year too.
If you could like pick just a couple things in your career that are really memorable to you, what would they be?
Wow. Well, I think one of the things I'm most proud of in my career is the longevity, and I've had this kind of sense of, I'll call it luck, that I've been able to kind of maintain a sense of relevancy throughout the years. And, although I'll always be Trixter,
Right.
I play with Lita Ford, I've played with Lita Ford, I play with Eric Martin, doesn't matter, I have that genre, but then I have bands like Ra and Fozzy that I've been a part of, and I have this different perspective and able to, maintain presence on the charts and stuff, get a glimpse into current active rock world, ever since 2002 when I joined Ra. And so I'm pretty proud of that. The fact that, I've been able to kind of keep leveling up.
Right. And how many years have you been in music?
Professionally, I'd say about 30, I don't know, 33, 34 years maybe.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Really
just turned 50 in June, so I got some more.
Yeah, does it feel any different doing an autograph for somebody that's waiting for you, or compared to back in the day, like when you were young?
No, not really. It's I've been doing it I've been signing autographs since before people were asking me for them. Just practicing it, and it still looks like shit, by the way. But no, it's never odd or doesn't really change. It's just kind of, I've been doing it the majority of my life.
Is there anything special you eat before when you're on the road, or whatever they stop, you eat?
It's what you try not to eat when you're on the road. I used to be able to eat whatever I wanted and go to Denny's after the show and have a burger and then a hot fudge cake and then go to bed and wake up and repeat. Now it's like protein bars, almonds. If you got a little sweet tooth, stick the spoon in the peanut butter and eat light 2-3 hours before you go on stage, and don't eat after the show.
Yeah.
I'll drink a little bit of my calories after the show, but that's about it,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you don't want to abuse the fact that, I do have good genes in the sense that I'll never really just let it get away from me, but I don't abuse the fact that I have a good
Right.
metabolism. I respect that, and
Right.
I try to, maintain.
Is there anything coming up you'd like to talk about? Any shows or anything?
Yeah, a bunch. I got well, I just last weekend I just filled in with Steve's other band, Tokyo Motor Fist. That was
Right.
last weekend. That was great to be able to jump in for a couple shows on that. And this weekend, Steve and I have some acoustic Trixter shows in Thursday night, tomorrow night in Woodbury, Connecticut, and then Friday up in Oneida, New York.
Uh-huh.
And next week, getting back to my solo stuff, I have 3 solo shows in Florida. August 12th, I'm in Tampa at the Brass Mug. The 13th, I'm at Winfields and Satellite Beach. And the 14th, I'm at Jackrabbits in Jacksonville, Florida. All acoustic solo shows. So I'm
Right.
looking to do that. I'm looking forward to do that because I haven't done that in about almost 2 years.
Right.
So, and then I get home from that, and a day later I fly out and I do 4 or 5 shows with Raw.
Uh-huh. That's good.
Then I come home for 2 weeks and I'm off before I go out with Fozzy.
Uh-huh.
And I do that for a month. And then the day that ends, I go right out with Eric Martin on the Michael Schenker tour for 2
Wow.
weeks. And so on and so on. I could be here for days.
So tell me
Get all
about.
that? Did you get
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that?
yeah. I got it all. Tell me a little bit about the gold records behind you and platinum or whatever.
Yeah, I got the Fozzy one is fresh. I got that one. There's 2 Trixter Gold records on either side,
All right.
and the platinum one is Eric Turner from Warrant.
Uh-huh.
Gave me a double platinum Cherry Pie record when we were on the road with Warrant. He wanted to exchange records.
Right.
He said, "I want a Trixter Gold record with your name on it, and you can have a Warrant record with my name on it."
Right.
So it was like, which one do you want? Do you want a Dirty Rotten, Filthy Stinking Rich one, or
Right.
a Cherry Pie? I'm like, well, we're on the Cherry Pie tour, and I'm helping with that vehicle, so I want the double platinum Cherry Pie. So he's got a PJ Farley Trixter Gold record, and I have his Eric Turner platinum record. So kind of a cool, just kind of camaraderie thing that we did
Right.
while on tour.
You got any kind of memorabilia from Trixter from the old days?
Oh, tons.
Yeah.
Tons. I have a whole shed full of all of our old photo sessions, artwork, fan mail, archived video footage that I just have from time I got in the band up until recently. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video for Human Era that I did for the song Human Era.
Right.
I did all that just out of all the home videos that I had. I edited that all myself, and it's just like a glimpse into all the footage that I have. Stuff that I got from Steve from before I was even in Trixter, to the Rise Up, to the Rise Down, and so forth.
Wow. When Trixter first formed, were you all like buddies and friends and hung out together and stuff like that? Or
Oh, yeah, the band went to school together, grew up
Right.
together, all went to school together, and then I replaced the bass player that was originally in the band, but I was 14 years old,
Right.
15 years old,
Wow.
so pretty much we grew up together.
Do you foresee you playing any shows ever again? Or because I saw you in I think Melodic Rock Fest in Chicago, a couple other places. I photographed you a lot. So do you ever see maybe playing a show?
With Trixter, full
Yeah,
original Trixter?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Pete has kind of stepped away from the game altogether, not really doing much in music outside of his house.
Right.
He loves music, he loves playing music, but I think the traveling and the whole, circus of it
Right.
kind of started getting to him, which is why he started pulling back, even while the band was still playing.
Right.
He was just pulling back and just not wanting to do it as much,
Right.
and without really kind of verbalizing it until we really kind of got, okay, he just doesn't really want to do it that much. And, you know, he has a job back home that was making it difficult. Kids, that whole thing, life
Right.
just gets in the way. So it was really the kind of thing to where, it just wasn't really in the cards for him.
Right.
So, I mean, at that point, it's just kind of like, I mean, it's easy for us to just go out and we could get two other people and just put it together. But,
Right.
I've always wanted to avoid that, so I
Right.
think me and Steve just kind of doing the acoustic thing with us two singing the songs
Right.
makes it, kind of, we can keep the music alive without trying to sell it as something different
Right.
and kind of paying tribute to it. And at least it's two of the guys in the band singing the songs, So for now, that's what we'll do until further notice. But,
Wow. Does Steve ever bring up any kind of stories when he went out with Def Leppard?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've heard them all because
Right.
I've heard them every step of the way. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're on a private jet going to Vegas with Leopard? Like, yeah, I've heard them all. At one time when I was with Leopard,
Cool.
yeah.
That's cool, man.
Hopefully some more stories to come.
Cool. Oh, congratulations, PJ. Great career so far.
Thanks.
So far, right?
So far. Still got plenty left in me. Come on.
Yeah, you sound good, man. Congratulations, man. Would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
Thanks for trying to keep up with me. I know I don't make it easy. So bless you, and don't lose me. Don't lose me. Hang on.
Cool. I hope you do a solo show in Jersey soon.
I will. I definitely will.
Cool. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.